This is your king talking, king of all the land, man. Xbox gaming, stay in your stables. Do not come out, my son. These Xbox fanboys really try to trick us with this Trojan horse. Yes, we might have been enjoying the tariffs that you have been offering us, but that is it. You really think you're gonna get our games? Put the defense gates up. We're no longer accepting anything from Xbox. You tried to turn my own soldiers against me, Microsoft. I see what you're doing, Phil, huh? Smiling, smoking your cigar, huh? You really thought you had us, huh? The day that my people turn Xbox will be the day that I no longer will be king of the PlayStation community, man.
Said something very, very strange. PlayStation officially said that the future of PlayStation isn't necessarily...
Hey, yo, this dude is so angry that even his own camera's lagging, man. They can't even believe it, man. You know, it's shattered. It's in shambles, you know. It's buffering. Even his own camera, with all the nonsense that he be spewing through it, it's like, it's shaking. Bro,
playing games on the PS5, the PS6. It's actually about more than that.
You can tell this man rushed out to do this video because you knew you was wrong, bro. Gamester with another W. Hand me my flowers. I'm sick and tired of the PlayStation fanboy community. It is official. The console war is over. It's been over, actually. But you people are going to still try to find ways to fight this, huh?
Building a dedicated team to take the very best PlayStation.
Have you guys noticed that these quote-unquote PlayStation channels haven't even brought this up to people's attention? Because if this was Xbox, y'all would be out here saying that Xbox is dead. I'm very surprised that you didn't say that for this video, but no worries. I'll make sure I guarantee to do it on mine.
Experiences and put them into other places. Places like the Nintendo Switch 2, like PC, and to Xbox. They officially said, we are going to...
You know, the same platform that you said was dead.
Focusing more on putting PlayStation games on Xbox. And a lot of people are kind of trying to figure out what this actually means. Is this retro stuff? Is this live service stuff? Is this going to be every single game? Is Spider-Man, is God of War going to Xbox? And I have to admit that this is an incredibly surprising thing.
And how is it surprising? Sony has already done it. They did it with MLB. They did it with Death Stranding. They did it with... Bro, what are you guys talking about, bro? I knew as soon as they put games on PC that this was the direction that Sony wanted to do. How did you people not see this, bro? I know why you didn't see it. Because you was too busy capping. That's why. You know, with Tumba, what's the other game? I mean, I actually got a copy of Patapon. They were coming on Switch. How did y'all not see this, bro? Sony's like, you know what? Let's just do the whole shebang. You know what I mean? Let's stop playing fake pretend with our community. Let's just be honest. Let's be forthcoming and let them know that this is the direction of where we want to push PlayStation, which is no different than what Microsoft is doing. Now you guys are trying to spin the narrative like, I'm shocked, I can't believe it. You know, MLB was forced to put the game. Now we're starting to realize that all that stuff that you guys was spewing was nothing but copium and lies.
Person that not only covers gaming, but has specifically covered PlayStation now for decades, it's wild to watch because historically, Sony has had this tactic called the walled garden approach, which is that usually what they like to do is PlayStation is very, very defensive historically about their exclusives.
They were so defensive about that they even put games on the PC back during the PlayStation 1. You're like, snap games. So you see, you know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Sony's been defensive about this. I feel like Sony over-relied on it because they needed to compensate for the fact that they had a lack of games in comparison to the 360, so they had no other choice but to make their own titles, which we all know that you guys didn't buy them.
Okay, do you want our stories? Do you want our world? Well, you got to come to our playground to play it, right? That's how they've always done it.
Here we go, our playground, bro. I mean, even the whole mindset of what he's saying is childish.
In fact, this is well known. A lot of PlayStation employees, PlayStation executives and stuff specifically were told not even to name their competitors when they're on camera. That's why when you see interviews with like Shuhei Yoshihiro Marathon as a PlayStation Studios game, this is the official Xbox store. So there is already some PlayStation Studios first-party stuff on Xbox.
Yeah, what about Helldivers?
The listing to me It makes it sound like it's more than that. According to a job listing at Sony, their goal is to expand PlayStation Studio titles across Steam, Xbox, and Nintendo. And a lot of people are going, okay,
I told y'all this.
What does this actually mean? You will play a critical role. This does kind of make sense. I have to admit, it's still...
hold on, what? Now it makes sense? But when, you know what, bro? But when Microsoft did it, y'all said it didn't. Y'all said they had no exclusives. What is the point of an Xbox? But now that Sony's done it, now all of a sudden, you see what I'm saying? They cap it. They can't even be up front and be honest. Now all of a sudden it's a good thing now? Come on, bro. Don't do this to yourselves, man. Just take it on the chin. Just say, hey, I was wrong, and move on from it. Look at this.
Mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios and non-PlayStation platforms. So to me, this does kind of make sense. I have to admit, it's still wild to even consider this.
It makes sense now. But when Microsoft did it, it didn't? What? That's a hypocrite.
To me, I think what PlayStation is trying to do, games are just getting so expensive.
That's something that I've stated, bro. You could tell this man is in shambles, bro. You ponies don't know what to do anymore, man. Y'all ran with these narratives, and now you can't even stick with them anymore. The console war is over, bro. I'm so happy, bro. I am so happy that we could finally see the time and day that where people stop fighting over their favorite platform. They still gonna say that people bought the PS5 for $6 more than the new Xbox. At this point, nobody cares because the games are gonna be accessed to everybody. So why does this even matter? But they're going to have to find something. They cannot sit there and take that, bro. Their pride, their ego that they have built up on Twitter, Discord, or whatever they're using for so long is now finally biting them in their behind.
Let's throw out a hypothetical. There's talks that next year we're getting some sort of new Spider-Man game called Venom. There's going to be a new Insomniac Spider-Man game. Okay, there's an easy extra $70 million. Okay, let's put it on Xbox. Even if they only make a couple million, I wonder if they're just doing that napkin math and saying, okay, that's more profitability, and I guess...
But you guys said they make more profit off exclusives. You said that strategy doesn't make sense. Sony makes more than enough money to where they don't have to do that. Just for them to do the same thing that Microsoft's doing? Bro, I'm telling you, man, y'all have took some of the biggest L's in this community. You're going to have Tim Dog be like, I mean, imagine, right? Abandoning your Xbox for a PlayStation 5 just for your PlayStation 5 to be the same thing that you abandoned. You guys are stupid, bro. Kiss Smooth is probably smiling in the back. I'm so happy. Oh, yeah. You're going to probably get a video, too, you hypocrite. Because people like you are the reason why the gaming community was going under. This is the last saving grace that we got. And like I said, consoles are done.
Their strategy is something I feel like...
Their strategy is no different than Xbox, and it's called full third party.
Xbox has toyed with, but been less successful with, which is, okay.
Huh? Microsoft has been less... Hold on, what? How is Microsoft less successful than what Sony's doing, when the reason why Sony is doing it is because of Microsoft's success? Bro, I'm telling you, man, I told you they weren't going to do it. They weren't going to take this humbly.
Obviously, people are going to love it there, but... it also just feels odd. It just feels like, in a way, the end of PlayStation, because I have very much, in a way, so much identified PlayStation with that walled garden approach.
Well, that was you. Well, those days is over, bro. I'm sorry. Things have changed. Music changed. Everything changes, bro. You don't like it? Well, go back and play your PS3. It is what it is, bro. Gaming is becoming more expensive. I told you, these are the approaches that they will have to make. Respect to people like VG Fight School and all the people that have been sticking with this stance for so long. Look at what happened. Now you guys going to have to eat crow and be like, damn, all that stuff that we was spewing for years. And look what happened to y'all.
At the end of exclusivity. I've always thought exclusivity was a fascinating concept because I do think it leads to better games. I do think
it doesn't. It hasn't led to a better game since... I would say 360 and PS3. I would say that. It hasn't. If anything, it led to a lot of games failing. Killzone, all the great games that Sony made that didn't make enough money solely due to the fact that they were exclusive. You do know, buddy, the reason why those games don't exist because it wasn't enough for you ponies to buy them. Now with this whole new multi-platform strategy, there might be more of enough people to buy these games now, which means that these games would exist.
Leads to that rivalry. I'm a big fan of iron sharpens iron, right? If you're making a great game, I'm going to be even more pressured to make the best game possible, right? I do think that's why Xbox...
That's not how it works anymore. Back then, in the Sega Genesis, Sega, they got blast processing power. We'll show them that we can make a game with speed. Things were different, right? Now you got Laura Fryer jumping in on this, the end of it. Bro, shut up. Everybody's getting so tired of you guys, all jumping on this Xbox hate bandwagon for garbage views at this point. Because ain't none of you guys have any real stances as to what you people are even saying now. We all see it. It's over. Say, I was wrong. I mean, you could tell. Once you started seeing all these people coming out, the power dynamic was shifting towards Microsoft. You guys was threatened by the idea of it. You knew that PlayStation will finally decide to adopt that mindset, which is only going to ruin the concept of your precious little exclusives. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. You didn't like Microsoft's vision because you knew that their vision would also affect PlayStation's. That's it. And then you won't be able to console war no more.
Done so many acquisitions, whether it is Bethesda or Activision and stuff. They're buying it because, okay, we want to have the best possible games day and date on Game Pass, right? But if PlayStation was not churning out as many good games as they were, especially during the PlayStation 4 generation, I don't think that would have lit that fire into the ass of Xbox that eventually led to all those acquisitions, right? What happens when they just stop having exclusives? Will there still be that same competition? Will there still be that same drive? I mean, I'm just in a spot where I'm still trying to figure out what this will end up being. When I see charts like this, even if it is just over games, the idea is something like The Last of Us on Xbox, Demon's Souls on Xbox.
Well, you're worried about Xbox. These games are also going to be on Nintendo as well. So, I don't know what y'all complain. I told y'all this. Hand me my flowers, man. Yo,
Man,
come on, bro.
So odd.
Oh, so odd.
So many people, though, are still like, God, this guy's trying to move the goalpost.
Keep
but it's hard
crying.
This time.
Keep
I
crying.
get it. These memes to me are hysterical. There has been this idea about
Keep
how
crying.
PlayStation is selling well, but Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 in certain parts of the world is absolutely dominating. And I do think that part of the reason the Nintendo Switch is selling so well is sort of the idea of portability.
Yeah, you already said portability. Had nothing to do with exclusives.
Which is the fact that...
And then you got Nintendo fanboys talking about, where's the... No, what are you talking about? Yours is a portable device. What are you talking about, Nintendo? You left home consoles. I don't even know why Nintendo fanboys even keep talking, but keep running your mouth because I'm gonna be coming after y'all next. Understand that. I come after everybody. Now that we finally finished with the PlayStation fanboy console war garbage, I'm gonna be coming after you, Nintendo. Oh, what? Yeah, you better keep quiet, Nintendo fanboys, and stay humble because you left home consoles. Cut the cap, bro. Your Switch is a portable. It's designed in the way of the 3DS. That's why you can hold it in your damn hand. You get what? And then dock it on a TV. No different than what you guys hate. Sega, right? Which Sega came up with these ideas. Oh, but they're a failure. Oh, well, I guess Nintendo takes failure ideas then. I guess, right? If that makes you feel better at night. Understand that this is the future of gaming. And if you don't like it, well, go soak your head in some toilet water and then flush it. And hope your head goes through it. And then you'll be a skibbity toilet. What do you people want?
People don't play this that much. I think they said something like
I really don't think they do either.
% of people that own a Nintendo Switch said they predominantly played handheld. But if you quiz people and ask people, why do you only play on Nintendo Switch? Why are you so dedicated to the Nintendo Switch? A lot of people say, because I can play it handheld. I almost feel like...
Had nothing to do with exclusives.
It reminds me of that Walmart paradox, which is that...
Exclusives are dead, bro.
It's not 24-hour anymore, or most Walmarts are...
And Nintendo fanboys want to say, bro, you don't have a home console. You left during the Wii U. Understand. Please be humble, Nintendo fans, because I come after all fanboys. Don't get it twisted, man. We just finished this one. Don't worry. We'll finish it with Nintendo as well. I got content for days, bro. I can continue to talk about this crap. So all I'm going to say is fanboys beware because you're going to be in trouble. I'm telling you this right now. Keep fanboying because at the end of the day, I know everything.
24-hour anymore. But when Walmarts were all 24...
I don't care about all this.
Sell so much, the reason Nintendo Switch sells so much is that you know what you're getting. It is the everywhere thing, right?
Yeah, and you know what you was getting, but yet for some reason you regretted it.
I wonder if PlayStation is just throwing out a wide net and saying, we want you to play our games anywhere. We know they're best on PlayStation. We know you're going to want to have
how are they best on PlayStation when they also drop it on PC?
PlayStation 5 Pro or the PlayStation.
You better hope these games don't come to Game Pass.
I feel like none of this is going to matter.
Oh, really? Oh, it didn't matter? But when Xbox did it, they were dead, right? Now all of a sudden it doesn't matter?
Not figure out how to start making games faster. Because at their current pace, it's so slow. I don't care where their games end up.
Oh, really? Oh, really? You see, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? All this stuff that they built up throughout the past few years, and this is what they're doing. These are the stances. You are admitting defeat. You guys have lost.
Want their games to come out. I don't know.
Bro, listen. You know what the funny thing is? You want to know what's even more laughable about this? We got another Nintendo promotion. You know, this is being sponsored by Nintendo, even though it isn't. I just tried to say it to be funny for the video. But we got another promotion for Nintendo for all the PlayStation fanboys that are quite angry about them going third party. Hold on. My exclusive. Oh, we got another one, Jimmy. That's where you ponies are going, huh? Go ahead, pick up yourself a Nintendo Switch 2 with some game key cards to go with it. You ponies are a disgrace. Get out of my goddamn kingdom. You don't deserve to be here. You people want to backstab PlayStation. Look at that. All these people dropping videos about a Nintendo Switch 2. Jay Barry, X-Vault. Look at this. Embarrassing. Playing on a baby unit. It should have got a staple right there on the screen. Look at that. He's happy. Ran to another home. Look at that. He ran out the stables, Nintendo. Welcome him in. Welcome, X-Vault Gaming. He will be making Nintendo content from now on. Get on my king. This is King Trash talking. Y'all are a disgrace to the community with all this. Put that cord back in the box, man. I'm out here losing all my people. How y'all do this to me? Y'all be swimming in PlayStation Bay if it wasn't for me, man. This what you gonna do. You PlayStation ponies ain't loyal to your master. I'm your king. You told me Nintendo sucked and yet you picked one up. Look at that. There goes those Switch 2 sales, everybody. They're gonna buy the Switch 2s in droves. Look at that. All because he got his exclusives. Don't tell me you traded your PS5 for that, man. Don't tell me, because you're going to miss out on Grand Theft Auto 6. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We won. Gamester with another W. I try to warn everybody. Make sure you throw my flowers on the floor where they belong, bruh.